Okay. Let's get after it. How's everybody doing? Is everybody epic? Is everybody having a good day? Everyone epic? Everyone epic? About to try a diabolical food combo. Elaborate now, please. Slept through the whole day? Well. Oh well. Your obliques hurt? Time to lock in, I guess. Let's lock in. Gonna make ramen and boil ravioli in the broth. Oh, Christ, Tanner. Gonna finish your stats homework? Lock in. That's foul, I think. Dude, Black Ops 6 being the best-selling Call of Duty of all time. I don't know, guys. What happened to Call of Duty? Is it me? Have I changed? Stream this. Thank you, Orbital Circuit, for 8 months. I don't know why I'm talking without the fucking screen up. Yeah, I didn't like it that much. Bro, I hear the campaign is crazy. Don't care. New shirt? It's, Jurassic Park. I hate wearing a shirt because you can't tell that I'm fucking huge in a shirt. Unlucky, guys. Unlucky. Cocoa Melon's going well. Hit 95 wood cutting. Not much going on there. We're still cutting trees. I'll probably need another 9,000 more. Yeah, just been cutting away. I need 1,000,000 XP per level now, so it just takes a second. It takes a little while to level up, but we're getting there. Anyone do anything fun today? Anyone got anything fun planned for tomorrow? I got nothing planned for tomorrow. Oh, you will see we have a new stream goal. Because buying plane tickets... I got an eyebrow or beard hair. It's an eyelash. Buying plane tickets to go across the country is expensive to go visit my mom. So that's what that is. Writing right now. Okay, play Baldur's Gate 3. Korean barbecue. That's kind of lit. Making stuff for your improv costume. That's lit. Hey Reese, what's up? Shadow Breaker. Hauling party. Yup. Minto new model. Yup. Drawing Warhammer. Did I get a haircut? Nope. Well, like 2 weeks ago maybe. The Speakster. Yep. I got a Tyrannosaurus. That's it. I was trying to get that at round 1 last week, and I got so mad after spending $35 trying to get it that I immediately bought it on eBay for only 60% of that amount of money. It was only 1 week ago? No, it was definitely more than that. It was at least 2 weeks. I got it just after my birthday. So I would say like the 15th or 16th, about 2 weeks. Because I hadn't cut my hair at the Ren Fair, but shortly after that, I did. And the Ren Fair was my birthday. Okay, well. Don't have much else going on. We'll probably just swap over. Unless there's anything anyone wants to talk about. Or see. Or do. Or... Hi Reese, hello Azric. I almost played web fishing today, but I got a box of models because Connor and I were over near the Warhammer store today. And I said, oh shoot, it's like in the same little outlet here. We should stop in. And it had something cool that I got, so, yeah. Twitterverse has nothing going on today either. How droll. How droll. Dragon Age the Veilguard is looking like poo-poo. Crunchyroll committed mail fraud. I mean, supposedly, likely even, but there's been no actual proof. It's just that guy coming out and saying, they've been opening all my mail. How much do people even send him? Do people commonly send voice actors things? Or is he pissed that they took one thing from him? I don't know. It doesn't matter, really. But, like, how much could it really have been? Yes? Do I live under a rock? I've never once heard anyone sending anything to voice actors, ever. Especially English voice actors. Did you get a chance to watch Venom Last Dance yet? No, and I won't, because that movie's trash, most likely. Have you ever seen a YouTuber with a mailbag? That's different. A YouTuber, you have far more like front-facing access to them. A voice actor generally is a voice in things, and then they show up at cons sometimes. You know? Cons is one thing, but like, who's mailing gifts to a voice actor? I've never heard of such a thing before this, at least. I mean, if you're like Matt Mercer or whatever, sure. Or all kinds of people. Lots of people do. I don't know. I think it's not that many. I'll be honest. Regardless, that sucks. That sucks. I doubt anything will happen. He'll probably just get his mail, but nothing's gonna happen, like, legally. And I'm sure there are some things he'll just never get. How did he even find out? I don't know. It seems woefully like, hey guys, someone did something bad to me, and I'm just gonna say it on Twitter and hope that you guys get mad at them now. Which doesn't mean it didn't happen, but it's just like, I don't know. Whistleblower, again, I mean, whistleblower, they're still, I don't know. It's stuff like that always kind of like raise an eyebrow. Like, why, one, why are you talking about this publicly? And two, like, where did you get this information? It's like an unfounded claim. Not that I wouldn't believe that it happened, it's just, anymore, I feel like I need, like, real proof before I believe anything. Oh, plus ratio will teach them a lesson? It will, honestly. It will. Jeez. Thank you, Serve. That helps a lot, really. Like, my brother and I, Connor and I, were buying tickets to go see our mom. And it's not like our mom lives overseas. She just lives on the East Coast. No barkers? I heard it. It just... I had my audio, my desktop muted. And And she was like, surely, you know, it's not that expensive. And it's like, no, actually, trip tickets are like $650 for each of us. And it's like, bro, it's not that far. It's really not that far. And then I was like, well, maybe it's just because we booked kind of late, like we waited too long. But it's like, no, it's like I tried to book a theoretical trip in March, doing the same stuff, the same length of time, the same airports, and it was only $50 cheaper a person. Huh? What happened to airplane tickets, man? It didn't used to be this way. It didn't used to be this way. But sir, thank you. That really does help a lot. Yeah, my mom said she would help me, but it's like one way. No, it's a round trip, but it's $650 a person round trip, and it's like it doesn't. And it's like they weren't even good flights. It was like, you know, each of them has like an hour and a half layover somewhere. It's goofy. What happened to flights? I don't know. I blame society's post-COVID need to travel. I mean, I think people needed to travel regardless of whether it was pre or post-COVID. Thought it used to be like $250 round trip. Yeah, that would have made a lot more sense to me. Or even like $400 round trip. But $650 round trip? We're not even going all the way to coast. Isn't it cheaper with layovers? Yes, which is why it's still ridiculous that it's that expensive. Because they're shitty flights. They're shitty times with shitty layovers. It's... I don't know. It's goofy. I don't know why it was so expensive. My mom's like, oh, well, then maybe fly into a major airport and I'll come pick you up. And it's like, it was barely cheaper doing that, so it's not even worth it. I don't know. Goofy. It was so expensive. Oh, well. Is it done? It's done. I don't really have anything else to talk about. Don't really have anything else to talk about. The Twitterverse has nothing. I don't know. There aren't any alternatives either. Well, that's the problem. It's like, oh, I could fly Spirit and save $100 round trip, but then I have to pay for my bags, and it's a shittier flight, so it's like not even worth it after. Like Spirit, you typically have to pay for a carry-on even, whereas major airlines, like nicer ones, that price is folded into the ticket already. I don't know. It was just poo-poo. I don't know. If it wasn't such a pain in the ass, we could just drive the 27 hours, but because that would be wildly less expensive. It would only be like $400 of gas, like total. So it would be 66% cheaper to drive. All it would take is 50 hours of driving. Yeah. But yeah, that really hurt when we booked those tickets. Oh well. Update on the broth pasta. Let's hear it. I dare say I'm the smartest man alive. Okay. Well. Driving there will take 2 days at least. Adding the fuel charges and accommodation will still be expensive. That's true. Posted airline stuff in the stream watch channel. I mean, I already booked the tickets. It's too late, but I appreciate it. Oh, I see. What's the deal with airlines? Is it an expose on why airlines are poo-poo pee-pee? Maybe we'll watch that next time we do React. 40 plus minutes. Well, you have to drive back home too. True. Are you checking bags or just bringing a carry-on? It's only a few days. Like, it's literally a 3-day trip. Why is it so expensive to take a 3-day trip? And again, we have shit flights. Shit flights. But oh well. Someone who works on airlines, I confirmed that is poo-poo pee-pee. Yeah. Oh well. Let's swap over, I guess. Give me a second. As usual. Okay. We should be... Oh, I forgot my chat over there. Let's get my chat up. Hey, nobody let me forget, I have clothes in the washer that need to go in the dryer before they get, sour. They should be done soon. Don't let me forget. I'm good about remembering that, but don't let me forget. Let's see here. Chat. Let's get you up. Guys, I applied for partner again, and they denied me. My averages are better than last time, but still not good enough. I applied because my friend Jason got partner yesterday, and he streams like never. So his averages are literally just good enough this month that... Oh, my stream's playing out on my phone. That he got partner. GTA buff? Yeah, it was getting spammed raids buff. Yeah. Good for him, but also how? Why? He didn't stream for 2 weeks straight and then streamed like 3 times this month. Oh, and he told me that they ask you, tell us a little bit about your stream. And he said, what he put in the box was, I've been working hard, please accept me, smiley face. What? Good for him, though. He also hasn't been working hard. He's lying. Okay. Here's the guy we assembled the other day. I painted him yesterday. It was fun. He looks good. Nice and yellow. Got all kinds of stuff going on. He was covered in the cog symbols, so that was annoying to do. But we did it. He looks good. I like him a lot. I like him a lot. He looks quite good, I think. Decals turned out okay. I was worried about them. They were a bit sketch when I was applying them, but they turned out fine. Lots of different metallics on him. Lots of cables and fun detail, and yeah. And I know Tech Marines aren't supposed to be yellow, but I just give them the red shoulder pad with the Tech Marine symbol. So there you go. Yep. He looks quite good, though. I like him a lot. Don't people talk to streamer friends and Twitch managers to get it done? Anymore, I'm not sure how true that is. It definitely used to be true before it was as regulated. Like, they used to not even have any requirements. It was just kind of if you knew somebody, they could get you it instantly. That people always got it done through referrals. Yeah, I'm not sure how often that's done anymore. I know a lot of my streamer friends used to do it that way, but again, it was less of an application and more about just knowing Twitch staff back then. And I'm talking like nearly 10 years ago back then. So here's what we are doing today. We have the Necromunda Malstrain Genestealer Abomination Gang. And they will go into my Tyranid army. They're goofy looking Genestealers. And little, they got some little, like, parasite guys, too. So, yeah. That's what we are assembling today. They are very funky looking, and I like them. A base just fell out of the bottom. They got special bases, which is going to make me sad to cover them up with texture paste. But I'm gonna, because they have to match the rest of my army. That one looks a little like me. You're right. What's up, man? We stealing people's genes today? We sure are. Ooh, they got all kinds of little bases in here. Oh, these things are on like 45 millimeters or 40 millimeters. They're huge. We got a nice paper instruction because Necromunda is a small indie company game and doesn't get a nice one. We got 2 sprues, pretty simple, honestly. And we got a few flight stands. How about the bubbles? On these 3, they're not bad. On these 3, they are quite bad. Oh well. Nothing I can do about it. Yeah, see, these guys got, like, fun bases. But I'm gonna have to cover them all up with texture paste anyway. So they match. Necromunda gets, like, the Hive City bases. Don't care. Don't forget Daylight Savings Sunday? What the? That shit's made up, Tanner. You just made that up. Am I missing some of these? I thought there were 6. No, there's only 4 parasites, right? Yes. Okay, so then I can pick the 4 flight stands that have the least amount of bubbles. Well, it'll definitely be these 3. And then maybe this one. These 2 are pretty bad. Oh, I heard a donation, but I can't see it. Hold on. Speaks, thank you. Thank you, thank you. That helps a lot. Again, this is directly going towards my fund, or I guess recovering from buying an expensive plane ticket to see my mommy. Though, you will be repaid in a lot of Crosby and Nikki pictures, I'm sure, when I go there. So, honestly, it's a pretty good trade. Six Genestealers, all with unique sculpts, and then 4 parasites, 2 of which 2 of 2 sculpts. Looks like their arms tend to be arm and hand. Their legs are one piece. All the limbs attach to the torso, and then the head goes on. Yeah. Oh, I see. They aren't unique sculpts. There are 3 Genestealers, and they repeat. But they don't look like they repeat. This one and... This one and what? 1, 2, 3. Is there some kind of assembly option? Or do they have different hands? Maybe they have different hands. Because they look different. This guy is supposedly the same as... I'm trying to find the twin of this one. But None of them look like his twin. This one on the bottom. These two look like twins. This one here at the bottom and this guy. They're both really low. But this one with the Cthulhu face looks not like any of them. Oh well. I think it's this guy, these two, but they look really different to me, but I guess not. I don't know. Which would then mean these two. Are these two really the same? There's something going on with the posing. I don't know. Something that makes them look different. It doesn't matter. We'll disassemble. Why was I so zoomed in? Oh, it was to show off the model that I painted. I was like, I didn't think I zoomed in that far. Does that mean I have 2 identical sprues, probably, right? That is correct. So each sprue just builds everything once. So I believe the Malstrain are some kind of Genestealers that were like trapped underneath like a hive city that was like nuked or something. So they evolved very divergently and in a vacuum. So they ended up like freaks, even for Tyranid standards. So that's fun. Okay. I have music playing in my headphones, but that is, oh. Shit. I unplugged my camera. It was annoying me, so, yeah. And we're back. Oh, hold on. I forgot to turn the music on. Serve, thank you for gifting Shadow Breaker. That's epic. Shadow Breaker. I think I got new neighbors that I share a wall with, and I think they're doing something. The neighbors that had the cute German Shepherd named Kai had moved out quickly the other week. I swear they disappeared overnight. So now it was vacant, and then someone moved in. Someone new. I am pissed at Casper Catacini. What do you mean he scheduled it just chatting and then changed it to Pikmin 2? I wanted to watch Pikmin 2. I did. And now that motherfucker, that evil beast, has made it so I can't. And he drew some fucking ugly guy named Agent Tanner earlier. I don't know what the fuck that was about. Some kind of OC, a long-haired fisherman in the south. Like, I don't, like, surely no one like that exists. I'm surprised these are in plastic. Necromunda minis are usually not, which is why I wanted to get these, because that's fun. Never let them know your next move? Yeah, apparently. These attach strange. So he has his arm, and then his hand is like at a really hard angle. Like this. He reacted to a bunch of YouTube videos. Today? I must have missed that part. Bro, how does this go on? It says take the arm, and then this goes here. Oh, like that. Okay, that's how it goes. It goes like this. I only saw the Pikmin part? Well, I mean, he advertised it as a just chatting. He did. He advertised it as just chatting. Now, where's this arm? Oh, there it is. I played a little bit of Space Marine with Tanner. That was fun. How come you're not at work today, Tanner? Or were you? I don't remember what shift you're on. Brother, it's 7 p.m.? Yeah, but it is now. But I played Space Marine with you. I started playing with you a couple hours ago. I've been off shift for a month. That was like at 6. Okay. Well, I guess I'm an idiot. Guess I'm an idiot. You got me, Tanner, okay? You don't have to keep kicking a guy when he's down, alright? Guess I'm an idiot, man. You see what Tanner does to people? He really likes to tear them down and kick them while they're down there. One of these days, Tanner, me and my good friend Mr. Beast will cancel you. It's over for you, okay? Your time in the sun is over. Me and my small indie friend, Mr. Beast, will defeat you. These arms go together very particularly. I gotta be careful. Your bones are made of glass? You can't handle direct attacks? That's interesting. Not before the FBI catches Mr. Beast for crypto laundering? I don't understand that. Not only do I not really understand what crypto laundering is, but like also, you're already so rich. Why not just keep making your money through a legal way? I'm not going to say a moral way, but a legal way. And not risk going to prison for fraudulent activities. You're already richer than God. I don't understand. Like, why would you ever commit crime if you're already rich? Rich people need more money. For the best boy, thanks, Milo, for the 1 bit. How much money even is 1 bit? Cents? Is it 1 cent? Is that how that exchange rate works? If so, I'm freaking rich. I'm sleepy. I'm glad I'm streaming, or I would go sleep. Maybe there is something to the whole season changes and make you sleepy. Because I've definitely been sleepy this week. Legal way equal pay millions in taxes? Yeah, but you'd still have millions left. We all know in this country, rich people don't pay enough. And if it was up to them, they would pay nothing. So, like, you'd still be really rich, and then also the added benefit of not going to prison. Last time I checked, being rich doesn't mean anything in prison. It just means your prison might be a bit nicer, and maybe you get a lesser sentence. But most normal rich people still go. It's raining a lot here in Chile, so it's easier to get sleepy. It doesn't rain here ever, so I'm not really sure what's going on with me. We're supposed to get like half an inch of rain this weekend, and that would have been the first time in months that we had gotten any. These guys go together so strange. Their shapes are really, really weird. I like that about them, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of funky to put them together. They don't go together in a super obvious fashion. Wait, don't Genestealers have 4 arms? Wait. So you assemble the upper arms, but the lower arms are all one piece? How come it's like that? Had to bust out the room heater today. It's been cooling down here, but like in a good way. It's been really nice here. We're almost getting to like light jacket weather, which I think many people probably don't think places like Vegas get, but we do. We do get light jacket weather here. Bro, these guys are so spindly. I gotta be careful when I'm putting them together, not to push them apart. Gotta let the glue set. Does he stand up? Okay, he stand up. So he gets 2 more arms and a head. He gets a 9 and 6. Here's 9. And there's 6. These parts are all over. I bet winter is lovely in the desert. It gets colder than you would probably expect, especially at night. But it definitely doesn't really snow at all. And it doesn't get humid, so the cold doesn't like stick to you. Did you buy enough Halloween candies? People don't really trick or treat here in our little apartment complex. Most people go somewhere else to do it. And Connor and I are trying to... Ow! I'm gonna bleed off there, aren't I? I just poked myself. Am I gonna bleed? Ooh, it's a little tiny one. We'll just put a band-aid on and continue. Do I have any band-aids still out here? That was an unfortunate one. I poked myself with the tip. I didn't slice myself. I was just being careless. Honestly, I might be able to continue with no band-aid. It's really a small cut. Yeah, I know people where Landon live trick-or-treat, but here, not really. I've only ever seen these guys painted up like the Necromunda Genestealers and not like normal Genestealers, so it'll be fun to make them look like actual Tyranids. Like normal Tyranids. In that scheme, the Leviathan scheme, like the rest of my Tyranids are. Though, whenever I go to GW, especially recently, I get hit with an unskippable cutscene every time I go to checkout. He was trying to recruit me to come play in their Necromunda campaign. And it's like, listen, man, I just collect models. Like, I don't play anything. Like, please let me leave. Please. Let me leave, please. I want to leave now. I want to go home. But I always get locked in the fucking, the unskippable cutscene from the shop owner. Don't get me wrong, he's a nice guy, but also it's like, damn, bro, like, please, I just want to get out of here. And you get a choice of 2 heads, which I guess is how they're different. So I want to, it doesn't really matter which one I pick here, because I'll just pick whatever one this one isn't next time. So I'll just pick the lower number on this go around, and the next time when we make their twins, we'll build using the other head. Skip ad. They were trying to get me to play last time too. Yeah, I mean, it's just because having people to play in your store promotes a healthy community, which increases the odds of other people coming in, and also having people invite their friends, etc., etc., etc. And it gets people into the store, and if you're in the store, you are 3,000,000% more likely to purchase something than when you are not in the store. Yeah, it's just a way to get people in the store. It's not even like a super big store or anything, so it's kind of silly. Like, I don't know how well, like how many people could fit in there comfortably for games and the like. They don't know who they're dealing with when I step through that door? What is that supposed to mean, Tanner? Should I call the police? Have they seen the account the money my league account has spent? That's a good point. Tanner has one of the strongest wills I've ever seen when it comes to not buying things. Like, ever. Tanner's bought like 2 league skins over like a really, really long time. Oh shit, I missed a... Come back out of there, Mr. Arm. I missed a sprue tab on you. I thought I was doing a good job looking over them, but I missed one. And one of them was a gift. Yeah, but Tanner, there's that new Yorick skin. Darkstar Yorick. That's kind of cool. Looks pretty good. I ain't gonna cap. USGW, come play in our store and help us promote the hobby. Versus UK, you want to play in here? Bugger off. Do they really do that? I'm not familiar at all with UK GW. I've never been to one. You never spent a dime in Overwatch when you played? How? You didn't want a single skin? Not one? That's the whole point of the game. The computer's making a fucking weird noise right now. Like one of the fans is hitting something. Which makes me worry it's the GPU fan that I replaced last year. That maybe the cord came undone in my little jerry-rigging to keep in cable management inside my graphics card. In that the fan is rubbing up against it. Can't believe I had to replace one of my graphics card fans. That fucking sucked, by the way. I had to buy like 4 different fans to get to find one that was the right one. I kept thinking every time I bought it that it was the right one, and it never was. Bro, where's the fucking... Oh, remember that arc? Yeah. So do I, unfortunately. Where's his hand? I'm looking for 16. 16. It's not this one. It's up in the corner. Got you. Today I built a gnawhole, and now I have to build 2 more exactly like it. Wow, that's so fun to build what's basically terrain That is so fun. I love building and painting terrain. It's really fun and looks awesome. Wow. I love terrain. I've never painted a piece of terrain. Not once. As a collector, I get to make that choice. I own terrain, but that's only because it comes in like the big boxes. You know, like I have the Dominion terrain, I have the Octarius terrain, the Scaventide terrain, but I haven't even assembled most of that. Seriously, why is my computer making that noise? Give me 1 second, I'm gonna go rattle it around and see if it fixes it. Hey, what's going on in here? I mean, it looks like all my fans are running just fine, so I don't know what's making the sound. Oh, I bet I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. When I bought my new PCIe slot solid state drive, you know how your PCIe slot has a teeny tiny screw that holds the spacer in place? When I unscrewed it, I dropped it underneath my power supply, and I bet you it's rattling around in there, like gently shaking and rattling. Like the teeny tiny screw. And it dropped literally in the worst place possible, where I have to take out my entire power supply to get to it. So it's just gonna be under there forever. It could be that, or it could be something else, but I kind of think it's that. How does this go? It says take it like this, and then this, and this. It looks like it mostly applies straight on. Head on, apply directly to the forehead. Ignore it until it doesn't turn on anymore like the rest of us? Yep. Have I been watching Dawn to Dawn? I'm only seen 2 episodes. We watch it all as a group, so it's been a second since we've all been able to get together. I want to watch more though, but again, it has been a second since I've seen an episode. I like it a lot too. It's really well animated, and I like both the main characters, and yeah, I like it. But it has been a second since I've been able to sit down and watch an episode. You've been reading it? Wow, that's crazy. Tanner reading a manga? That's nearly unheard of. Nearly unheard of. That's crazy, actually. Last time was Furin? Yeah. We all know Tanner can't read? Well, that's not true. I know Tanner can read. He's one of the only people I know, actually, who reads books often. Not often, but like in the last 5 years. Which sounds like a large time scale, but when was the last time you guys read a book? A physical one. And you're not applicable if you're in college or high school. Like a book that you have to read for class doesn't count. Like, I read a Stormlight book every few years, and that is my reading. I don't know. Maybe it isn't that little nail. I don't know why my computer is making that sound. Because all my fans were running. They weren't getting caught on anything. Keep missing tabs and then putting the hands on, which means I end up knocking them off and I have to use the force to get them. There you go. 2 more arms. I read my own personal book today after neglecting it for 2 weeks. Well, there you go. Couple of years. Brother moved the goalpost 50 times. High schoolers don't read books. They don't. Not of their own volition. Do D&D books count? I mean, I would say if they're not a rule book, if it's like an actual book, then sure. I'm not gonna gatekeep, like, by genre. Is it the wires near the fan? I thought maybe, but then you would see the fan getting caught, right? You could, and if you jostled it, you would see it, right? But it wasn't. It wasn't. I do not think it's the fan near the wires that power the fan. But it does kind of sound like it's coming from my graphics card, but I don't know. Well, untrue. I read books for recreation way more in high school. You're the exception, not the rule. Just like I was the exception, not the rule. The amount of people I knew who read for pleasure in high school is probably in the single digits. It was me, and then the other kids that had no friends. That's not true. I had friends, but I really liked reading. I would read all the time. I locked in and got all your homework done. Wish me luck on the test tomorrow. You got it. Tests are easy. Just lock in. Simply lock in. And a test is super easy, actually. You simply just must lock in. I don't like modern literature. I always go back to classical. I don't know about that statement. Do you think they said that in the classical era, when the classical stuff was contemporary? Or do you think we as a species have like devolved as far as the arts? Because sometimes I feel like we have. That like all arts are like worse now than they used to be. Like, do you think the Sistine Chapel could have been made today? Or like Michelangelo's David, or any of the other like classic, like modern art, or not classic modern art, the classic like greats of art. Like, give an artist infinite amount of time and resources, and would they have been able to make it? I don't know. Sometimes it feels like the answer to that question is no, they wouldn't have been able to. These go together so weird, man. Bony little fella? Yeah, he's a little freaklet. Not counting audiobooks? I think in this hypothetical, we're talking strictly like a reading. I don't discount audiobooks as books. However, those are way easier to parse. I'm saying, like, when was the last time you went out of your way to, like, read a book, like a physical book? And for me, it's been a while. Love a good freaklet? Yep. Hey everybody, what's today's figures? These are Malstrain Genestealers. Malstrain Genestealers from hit game Necromunda. I wanted to get Genestealers for my Tyranid army, but Genestealers come in boxes of 10. And these come in boxes of 6, and I think they look more interesting. I also ordered online today the Malstrain Alpha, so that they'll get a leader. But put together, it's only 6 Genestealers, an Alpha, and then the 4 Parasites, and the Parasites will go together real fast when I paint them. So, yeah, I like these guys a lot. They're very fun to look at. Little freaklets. What kind of jeans are they stealing? Levi's? You know it. They're only the expensive stuff. They ain't stealing no Goodfellow. Levi's are better, I would say. Wrangler? Anybody ever do an army that's like only the cheapest units? Yeah, you see meme lists a lot of the times on Twitter and on the subreddits, like, hey guys, this list look okay, and it's a Nurgle Demons list, and it is a Great Unclean One as the HQ, the leader, and then literally like 40 squads of Nurglings. You could run it, theoretically. There's nothing stopping you from doing it. It would just be terrible. It's just a meme. It's a meme army. It would be really bad. And not only would it be bad, it would also probably not be very fun. Let me get 35 Guardsman squads and a Rogel Dorn. Again, you could. You definitely could. It would just be quite bad. Angron would just fucking fly in and kill your entire army instantly, you know? As Angron does. I wonder in lore if the Tyranid Swarm would even recognize these as Tyranids. Because I think they're highly mutated Genestealers, and I wonder if the Hive Mind would even let them in as far as like rejoining the Swarm. Their heads go on kind of interestingly. Keep dropping it. And I'm trying to get the head on without displacing all the arms, because they're still setting. Is that on? I don't think so. I think this is on. There we go. On. That's 2. Howdy, Reese. How's the day been? It's been chill. Been a chill day. I got up. I went to Spirit Halloween. I went to Target. I went to the Warhammer store. And, yeah. Oh, this guy only has one hand that needs to be put on. Interesting. I wonder why his is... I don't know. That's really weird. I talked to my mommy, and that was it. Lab today on 4G is so funny. Hell on earth. But we stay up. Yup. We cringe on, if you will. Holy shit. Joe Biden calling Trump supporters garbage yesterday was so based. It's only slightly lessened by him coming out today and apologizing. The thing is, it really shows how childish they are. They're allowed to call other people garbage, but the second you turn it around, they start throwing a fit, like suddenly it means something. Hey, you can't call people that. Yeah, we know. Why do you think we keep getting mad that you do it? So yeah, definitely based. I wish he didn't walk it back. Because that was epic. I love how Joe Biden suddenly got 10 years back on his lifespan. Yeah, once he dropped out for sure, he definitely like he just doesn't give a shit. Which is definitely epic. I think as president, it's probably in your best interest to just not give a shit most of the time. We getting political right now? I mean, while shitting on Trump supporters is technically political, I won't say it's a very divisive or complex stance. You know, I'd say the average person, as much as those people would have you believe, would probably point out that racism is bad. I know they seem really loud all the time, but I think the average person would agree with that today. There's definitely a loud minority who thinks racism is epic, but yeah. We shit on everyone, no bias. I'm not gonna go that far. No, hold on. Kamala's not a perfect candidate by any means, but she's not awful. People try to say that she's awful based on this or that or whatever, but, you know, it's not terrible. Did you know when his dad died, RFK Jr. and his brothers did like a lot of drugs, so whenever he was trip-sitting for his brothers, he'd point at a door and go, "Holy shit, is that our dad?" What? What? RFK is insane. Like, literally. The fact there's anyone out there who see him as a legitimate candidate is like... I don't know what's going on with that. Like, completely remove party and policy. Just, like, look at RFK for a second. That guy is not well. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm pretty sure the Kennedy family are, like, basically disowned him as far as his political ambitions. They were like, guys, like, don't listen to this guy. Oh, this is weird. This one has one hoof. He has one hoof foot and one clawed foot. Oh, these guys are little freaklets. I come to accept a base level of shit from any politician. You kind of got to be a little crazy to get that far. Yeah. Crazy and corrupt. I don't know why everyone acts like it's some kind of, like, gotcha. All politicians are corrupt, and that's kind of... It says it on the tin. Oh, she's a cop. Oh, she's pro-Israel, whatever. It's like, that's literally every politician we could elect. Any electable politician in this country is going to be pro-Israel. That's just how it's going to be. Cosmic brownies are $2 when I was 5. Were 25 cents. Wait. They're $2. When you were 5, they were 25 cents. I mean, inflation's pretty normal. The only thing that's not normal is wages matching it. Hence why I'm not voting. Well, I understand the desire to not vote. I personally find it to be at least marginally irresponsible. Because the same people who aren't going to vote are going to be the same ones who go, guys, how do we get here? This country sucks. Everything sucks. You know? At least if you vote, you earn your right to say everything sucks, because you did your part to try to make things better. I still need to vote. I need to look up. I haven't voted in this state yet. I have to look up where that is. Where my nearest voting place is. Mailed your ballot in 2 days ago. Yeah, Connor got his mail order ballot in the mail, but I haven't gotten mine yet. Bro, I want my mail ballot. Why did his show up and not mine? I'm gonna have to go in person. Luckily, Nevada is easy to register to vote in. When you get your license, you are automatically registered, so I didn't have to jump through any hoops. When I got my new license, I was automatically put on the registry. Which is kind of nice. I think you had to do something online for the mail-in ballot? I thought I did. Are you telling me Connor did it and I didn't? What universe do we live in right now? Did y'all Freaky Friday? I guess so. Why are they making a Freaky Friday in like 2024? Why are they making another one? Guys, the ship on that is sailed. If you were gonna try to turn that into like a multi-movie bonanza, you needed to do that like 10 years ago at least. They're creatively bankrupt. Freaky Friday was already a mistake. Freak's so nice, they had to do it twice. Yeah. That's what they say when I enter a party on all fours and barking. And then not enough people laugh, so I crawl outside and do it again. How scared do you think people would be if you're just like they're at a normal party and then a guy comes in on all fours like screaming and barking as loud as he can? How scared do you think they would be? And how many hoes would get the ick? Asking for a friend. Oh god, I'd call the police? Yeah, you probably aren't the only one who would do that. Depends if I'm there or not. Puppy boying today, are we? What's with the whole puppy movement? The puppy boy and puppy girl? There was that professor who was like fucking his TA, and she was like definitely a puppy / kitten girl, you know? What's going on with that? Also, how was he allowed to do that so brazenly? Like, obviously, it's nothing new that professors fuck their students and or TAs, but, like, she was, like, leaving notes on his door, and, like, they were, like, touching each other more intimately, and very familiarly, like, during lectures, and he would, like, take phone calls from her, and you could tell, and, like, use affectations. Very strange. Very strange. I don't understand, like, how that was allowed to go on for so long and was apparently, like, common knowledge on the campus. But, you know? Happy 43rd birthday, daddy, spelled that way. Yeah. Isn't that fucking wild? I think we'll give this guy the Cthulhu tentacles, but he's going to be the only one with them. I mean, it's weird because the power dynamic, but I guess they're both working there, so it's tolerable. But aren't most TAs grad students at the school? Wasn't she, like, fully engaged with someone else, too? Oh, that's a new wrinkle. I haven't heard about that. Most places have rules against not having romantic interactions with your boss, and the professor would be the TA's boss. Yeah, I think there are multiple angles to look at it where you would at least raise your eyebrows. Not to mention the strange public age play going on. Yeah. These heads are the most annoying part. They attach very weird. I have to, like, flip them upside down to get the head to go on right. Alrighty, well, that's 3 of them done. Frustratingly... Oh, no, I was going to say frustratingly that one doesn't stand up, but he does. I think we'll go ahead and assemble all of the mites at this point, too. Or at least 2 of them. Just so we can have this whole sprue done and dusted. 36. 34. These are called Tyramites, like Tyranids. I had to look up what you were talking about. I mean, I guess that's probably good for you. It means you're not as chronically online as I am. If I'm not up to date on, like, current happenings, I don't get stressed, but I feel left out. Like, I want to know, like, what's going on in places. What are the talking points this week, you know? Like, I don't need to check my phone, like, for neurotic reasons. Like, I don't get, like, fucking crazy or whatever if I'm not checking Twitter. But I check Twitter because I like to be informed. Which I think doesn't necessarily make me better than people who are doing it because they have to, like, be connected or whatever. But it's, like, it comes from a slightly different place. Only slightly, though. If my Twitter timeline is too boring, I turn on normal SpongeBob? Yeah. I mean, you guys see it all the time here on stream. I go, what's happening on the Twitterverse? And then I get pissed if it's nothing. If it's nothing, I get pissed every time. My Twitter feed does not have anything of substance. I check YouTube and Reddit for that stuff. No, my Twitter feed's always got the tea, and I make sure to tell it if it shows me something I don't give a shit about, something uninteresting or outside of my bubbles. It keeps showing me posts from different tempura recently, and I'm talking like 20 likes, which isn't to shame anybody, but it's like, I'm sorry, I'm not interested in the 20 like post from a random tempura about what Haka was up to today, you know? Much love to all of those people, but that's just not what my timeline is for. Be gone now. Why is it when, like, a professor... Oh, when it's a professor doing that, they always have the greasy hair? Well, because that's so hot and attractive. He has the long, greasy hair. Stuff shows up in mine. Probably stuff fan artists I follow have liked. Or worse, a big post about people I have no way of knowing who. Yeah, that shit's so strange. Why am I getting random subtweets on my fucking Twitter feed from people I've never seen before on a topic I seemingly have no knowledge of? Very strange sometimes, for sure. Ooh, this termite is a very small piece. I think his head goes on here, but I didn't get enough glue. Reese, we gotta get the Asmongold look. That's how we get the ladies. He did used to have, years ago now, but he had a really pretty, like, model girlfriend. And I'm not sure if she was in it for the clout or what, but whatever she was up to, I mean, she's gone now. But he had one very, very briefly. I don't remember her name. He's not naturally ugly, and Power is attractive. I mean, I wouldn't call him naturally handsome either. Like, I don't think he has super handsome features. He's just very normal. Very normal looking. You know, he doesn't necessarily have great, like, full hair. He doesn't have a good jawline or pretty eyes or anything. He's just very normal. But he is rich. So... respect the hustle for gold diggers, but I'm not sure how fulfilled they'll end up being in the end. More than money, I think being able to control attention is a form of power, and women like that. Something... Okay, real talk, okay? Here we go, real talk. Here it comes. I think you're setting yourself up for a bad time if you're looking for power as a form of attraction. Man or woman, if they have a lot of power, you're in for a bad time, probably. So if you're one of those people who, you know, gets mad when your man isn't the leader of the group, remember this moment. These little faces on these termites are hard to clean up. They're very tight. Okay, those are the mites. So now we go all the way back to the beginning, and we start over. There's the sprue. There it is. Not the braless wife copy pasta. who makes a sandwich for their man without asking first, I don't think that's the weird part. And I don't think the braless part is weird either, because odds are she wasn't even doing it to be noticed. She is probably just comfortable in her house. The weird part is that he stipulates all of this on Twitter about while he's playing League of Legends. Honestly, in my home, if my wife puts a bra on, she better look the fuck out. Married or not, I ain't wearing a bra at home. See? It's pretty normal for women to do that, no? Even I know that. Speaking of titties, I'm noticing that all my chest workouts are starting to pay off. My little, like, twink moobs, you know, the classic moob, you have your little twink ones, they're starting to firm up. So, that's pretty good, I think. I don't mind having, like, pecs as a man, but I'd rather they not, like, be soft, you know? Does that make sense? Well, it's good that I already put these together once, because now I know how to do it, and they were kind of annoying, and now I can do it faster. Ideally, I say, as I can't find the part I'm looking for. How often do I train them? I try to do a little bit of chest every day, but we have dedicated chest days every 2 or 3, but I've started to sneak in some, like, chest and delts, and tries just about every day. We tend to take, like, 1 rest day a week. We didn't go this morning, so, we'll go tomorrow, and we did go the day before and the day before. Like, I'm pretty happy with where my biceps are right now, so I'm starting to slow down how much I specifically target them, so I'm trying to do more upper body in other places. Inspiring. Twink to twunk transformation. Yup. Kinda want to change up your training split. Once you go for a while, you really start to notice what heals fast and what doesn't. Yup. The greatest boons of the gym, growing huge tits. True. I've had to switch to yoga classes these past few weeks since your white woman is on vacation. That is so sad. Ever thought about becoming the white woman? From twink to bear, that's an extreme jump. Yeah, personally, I would never want to have the bear body type, but... I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. Don't say it. I'm gonna be so scared. I'm gonna be so scared. Please don't say it. White women scare me so bad. They're so fucking scary. Used to be too powerful. As what? A bear? I don't think I'm hairy enough. I'm not super hairless, but I don't think I'm hairy enough. I'm pretty comfortable with my amount of body hair, though. If I had less, I think I'd be sad. All 5'0" of me intimidating. Dang, you're short as hell. How does this go on again? I think I remember struggling with this one on the other guy. Wait, but I have the other guy to compare to. It's this guy. Okay, I was doing it right. I just my glued right up. It goes on like here. Come on. Whoosh. Whoosh. Right there. Okay. That's 2 arms. 2 arms too? 7 foot tall, very strong, good at math. Oh, yeah, true. Zenko's shorter than Lid. Yeah, Zenko's quite short. I wonder how she's doing. She's gotten very busy the past couple months. She doesn't stop in as often. My GW store sucks. I don't know if it's just that Space Marines are really that popular, but every time I go, there's never enough Space Marines there. They always are picked clean. What do you mean you only have 2 characters, a box of Hellblasters, a box of Eliminators, and a box of Desolation Marines? Like, what? No. No. That's not enough. It's just really, their pickings are always really sad. Space Marines can't be that popular. How often do they get shipments? I don't know. Huh? Huh, what? Huh, what? Orbital circuit returns after an hour and a half and says, huh. That is gonna hurt. That's a cut. Ooh, that's a big cut. That's why you use a sharp knife and not a dull one, so you don't slip. Band-aid time on this one for sure. I'm back. That hurts. Ow. Ooh, this one hurts. We talking about puppy girls? No. I cut my fingy, so I had to go get a band-aid. It was like... That one hurt. That one hurt. Yeah. Noob down? Yeah. It's because my knife is dull. I haven't swapped a blade for too long. So it slipped, and then it cut you. So let's get a new blade. I'm doing crafts while you listen. Oh, heard. That's how they always say a sharp knife is more safe than a dull one. A sharp knife will cut you better, and then also, which is good, FYI, and then also won't slip. Ow, man. Or where was I? I was trimming the legs. Did I get a donation? I'll check Stream Elements. Hold on. You got it. You donate. I saw it disappear right as I looked up. You can't dono me while I'm fucking triaging my little fingy. Now I gotta go. Get on my computer. Hold on. Ugh. How, man? My little fucking fingy. Wolf, thank you. Wolfram, thank you. Thank you, Wolfram. Again, that helps a lot. You're helping this little rat go see his mommy without having to worry about having $2 afterwards. Bro, my fucking finger. It's actually not that bad. Getting the Band-Aid on it fast always helps. The one time I sliced my finger really bad at Chick-fil-A, it took me a second to get the Band-Aid, so it was fucking bleeding all over the place, and it was really bad. You want to get that shit on fast, get us pressure on it. Consistent pressure, not just holding a fucking paper towel and squeezing, you know? But now I can't bend this finger, so that's annoying. Get put on the big TV, idiot. Okay. Okay, yeah. I just have to take that abuse, huh? The life of a streamer is surely difficult. It's really, really hard sometimes, you know? Panamanians call you idiot. Your phone was overheating. Interesting. I've, wanted to upgrade my phone, but it's just, kind of a, what do you call it? A frivolous purchase? Because I don't really need to. My phone screen's been cracked for 2 years. I can handle it continuing to move along that way, you know? Like, I can still operate just fine. So, yeah. But it is kind of annoying, and I would like a new one. I have like a 13, and they're what, on like 16 now? Right? Like the 16 is the new one? My phone finally cracked after the 800 drop, at least on the back. My phone cracked on the first drop, and it's right over the face scanner and front-facing camera. Which didn't break either the scanner or the camera. It just, the scanner doesn't work anymore because it has cracked glass in front of it. And it's, the front-facing camera is completely exposed. It's kind of funny. I'm wanting to upgrade all the new Samsung phones. I've only focused on AI increases and not hardware. Yeah, that's boo-boo. My phone breaking wasn't even my fault. I was at work and someone bumped into me, and they pushed me. It was an accident, but they pushed me into a table, and the corner of the metal table hit my phone at the exact correct angle at the exact amount of force to crack it. And I'd only had it 3 months, and it's been cracked ever since. And I think that happened November 2022. Phone fell straight into the deep fryer. Yeah, it wasn't it was crazy. It was a total fluke accident where I took my phone out of my pocket and threw it in the fucking peanut oil, and it was wild. Cop that nothing phone is pretty nifty. What's a nothing phone? Is that a joke I'm missing? What are you talking about? How many genes have you stolen so far? 4. 4 genes. Perhaps soon I can get some new genes. Yeah, I'm hip with it. It's the phone made by nothing. I've never heard of that phone, Tanner. What are you fucking talking about, man? I swear, this guy's always on about something, and it's never worth knowing, ever. Okay, and then this one gets head 11 this time instead of 10. This one looks a lot like 10, except it has a big tongue. That's interesting. I still have an S9? Holy shit, that's old. As long as it's still worth, I'm not buying another. Will I want to be that way? Sometimes I'm just like, you know, it's kind of been long enough, you know? And they want you to upgrade, right? Like, they basically give the phone away to do it. How come Link's name in chat is gray, but in the video feed it's red? It's red in chat for me. Tanner, can your name even be gray on Twitch? And that's 4 genes stolen. What the scallop? Link's name is blue? What's happening right now? Bro, I really fucking sliced myself. Owie. It's starting to hurt less because there's been pressure on it for a while, though. Isn't that epic the way that works? Guys, I was gonna buy the Veilguard Dragon Age, but it's apparently terrible. And it kind of looks terrible. The more, like, it looked like ramping up to the embargo, people were starting to get excited because the really, really early previews, people didn't have anything bad to say. And now that the true embargo is over, it's not looking good. Some people hate it, some people love it. Yeah, I mean, but, like, I don't like the way the characters look. The facial animation is, like, whatever. It's BioWare. The facial animation is never going to be good. But, like, even stuff like redesigning the Kunari from the other games, they used to be these giant, like, bullish people, and now they're just gray humans with big horns. Like, why do they look like that? Like, everyone's so ugly, too. I don't know. It looks really not good. And the problem is, we're in a post-Baldur's Gate 3 world, so any RPG like that is going to automatically be compared to Baldur's Gate, and especially this game is not going to compare nicely to such a thing. I heard the writing's more meta. I heard the writing was just straight juvenile, where there's, like, no nuance, there's no, like, kind of subtext message. It's all just, like, if something needs to be said, they're saying the quiet part out loud every single time. Which is kind of, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to go out there and say BioWare games were supposed to be super duper subtle and full of symbolism and themes, but, like, they definitely had them. And the writing that was there was always good, even if it was never super mature. It was at least good. I heard people talk about them using AI art. I haven't heard anything about that, but it doesn't mean it's not true. But I haven't heard that. The thing that I heard most recently about AI art were some new Hearthstone hero portraits. There were some pixel art hero portraits that got data mined. They're not out yet, but they got data mined.
and it was very evident immediately that they were AI generated, or because not only is the artist being credited for them known for using blatant AI slop, but if you go and feed similar prompts into the AI generator, you'll get very similar images. Because like the images were just wrong. Like they put the Horde symbol on Thrall's Doomhammer, which it's not on there. And then people went and said, give me Thrall with the Doomhammer, and it made a pixel art Thrall with the Doomhammer, and guess what was on it, guys? The Horde symbol was on it. There's something about the generator that thinks that's where it goes. So yeah. Like, come on, Blizzard. Not that Blizzard used AI, but they outsourced art to a person who blatantly uses AI. So it's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, they didn't do any research at all. They probably just had some kind of, you know, private call for, hey, we want some pixel art portraits, you know, post your examples or portfolios here. And then someone sent them in and they said, wow, these look great, and barely even looked at them. And they're like, wow, and it's so cheap too. Yeah, I wonder why, man. But it was a really blatant AI slop. And at least it's in Hearthstone and not World of Warcraft. This means the Hearthstone team is incompetent. Not that the World of Warcraft team also isn't incompetent sometimes, but at least they're not that bad yet. I'm back. A roommate came home with some tea and we had to white girl gossip. Okay, I don't know much about your life at all, okay? But here we go. First, I didn't think your roommate was white. Am I wrong? What is, one isn't? Oh my god. You know, they pushed it out and they're like, wow, this guy's so fast. Yeah. I mean, it's just pixel art. It's not to undersell pixel artists, but it just doesn't take as much time to create, even traditionally, as, say, more traditional brushwork, even digital brushwork. If we're just talking pure logistics, right? I love chatting the goss with the girlies. Me too, bro. Me too. Back when I worked at Chick-fil-A, it was my favorite thing to stay late after the shift or go to Waffle House after the shift with all the female leads and hear all the tea. They always had it too. The guy leads were, it's not the guys aren't messy, they just never talked about stuff, and their girl leads would fucking spill. I just had to sit there, and the things I would hear, holy moly. Chick-fil-A, you know, it might be a quote-unquote Christian organization, but those employees are not Christian. Those employees are not Christian. Yours was a joke? You don't gossip with the girlies? Oh, I definitely love gossiping with the girlies. I would almost say I'm the token gay friend, minus the gay part. I don't know why women are just generally more comfortable around me. It's probably because I'm short and, like, disarming. But, yeah. It was always interesting. They see right over my lies. Well, yeah. I'm so short, my lies don't even get off the ground. Well, you did say you had Twinkie tits earlier. That's true, but do twinks automatically get a pass from women? Even if they're straight? The twinks, that is, not the women. So there it is. Pretty sure. Vagar IRL. Okay. All right. I think it's also how you talk to them or talk about women. What do you mean? I hate women. Is that all they need? One of these days, I'm gonna get canceled when people believe that me being a misogynist is true. Cause I always play the joke completely straight. So one of these days, it's gonna happen. Nice guys really do finish last. Not to be an incel, but I think there is something to that, but I think it's more of less about guys that are nice finishing last, and there's a correlation in confidence between guys who are, like, generally more assertive and guys who aren't. And that's why it comes off that way. There's a level of assertiveness that being confident in yourself brings, and quote-unquote nice guys, anyone who would identify as a nice guy in that way, doesn't have that assertiveness. We see the gate, just keep the stream. Now, don't do that. My brother needs money. Don't do that now. I was thinking about a different kind of finishing. You're a fucking idiot. Nice guys don't do that either. They're all in the edging club. I like guys who shower. Yeah, I don't know what it is about that demographic where they don't take care of themselves. I'm not really sure what it is. It is unfortunate though. It brings out the mom instinct. Yeah, but I think that just like chasing men who have power, chasing a man who needs fixing is also going to end very poorly. Though I'd imagine most people know that. Depression? I'm not sure all of them are depressed. Most of them are probably addicted to pornography and video games, but I'm not sure it's depression for all of them. That's certainly true with some. To be clear, them in this situation are like the nice guys / incel demographic. I think it's partly because most women can kind of tell if a guy is genuinely treating them fairly versus sucking up nice guy shit. Yeah, I think that's also some of it. I think it's the lack of confidence induces some kind of like kiss assery. And I don't think women, or really anyone, enjoys that kind of behavior when you're being directly like pandered to constantly. It's probably because, I guess it's because no one gives a shit if they shower or not. Yeah, actually, you might be onto something there. They don't take care of themselves because they don't have anyone in their life who cares if they do. And then that means that they will continue to not have anyone in their life that cares if they do, which then means they will continue to not. It's like a cycle. Everything in this world's connected, you know? But, and again, that goes back to the confidence thing. If you're confident enough in yourself, you want to be presentable for you, you know? But it's a lack of confidence, in which leads to a lack of self-care. and this isn't like some elaborate like thesis statement on how male confidence is solely up to female perception. Just that, especially when you're younger, it appears that way. But once you become a goated goat, as it were, you realize that you can very easily find a wellspring of confidence within yourself. I was checking my band-aid to make sure I wasn't bleeding through it. It wasn't bleeding that bad, but if I didn't wind it tight enough, it would leak. Real kindness isn't being nice all the time. Yeah, that's generally true, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Character is more than just, being nice to people, I guess. Being nice to people, as much as it seems like it's not, is actually really easy. So it's really not that big of a bar to say, hey, what do you mean? I'm so nice. As much as it seems like no one's nice anymore, it's not that big of a bar to climb. So there's more important parts of character than just how you treat other people. Or not necessarily more important, but there are more telling parts of character sometimes than how you treat others. Guys, as it turns out, it's really easy to fake being nice to people. Because again, being nice is easy, so it's really easy to appear nice, especially like if you're trying to do it on purpose, like to appear nice for the sake of, let's say, female attention. So there are other tells instead. Because being nice, like I said, is one of the easier things to do, even if it's disingenuous. Hello from Toronto. Hello. I've been doing it to this Reese guy for years, I know. And this schlub Tanner really believes that I'm gonna marry him. That he really believes that I'll kiss him on the mouth the next time I see him. Stupid motherfucker. Outside I'm smiling, but inside I'm evil. I'm the Joker, actually. Inside I'm actually the jokester. You learn how to be fake nice and you have to deal with that one coworker who won't stop talking. Exactly. Like, everybody can fake being nice. So it really is not a high bar anymore. Oops, knocked all the bases over. hope that these, when these arms set a little bit, that they are a bit less... They're not very stable in their socket, I guess. I'm hoping that when they set, they get a little better. Shit. Oh my god, I felt so bad for the guy at the Games Workshop store. Not the employee, not the owner. He was selling, there was a noob, there was a patented nooblet in the store. And he was trying to buy plastic glue. Or he was getting started, I guess, on like, hey, so what do I need for the hobby? And the Games Workshop employee sold him the Games Workshop plastic glue. Because of course he would. He's the Games Workshop employee, and what else is he supposed to do? The Games Workshop plastic glue is terrible. Awful, awful, awful. It is so shit. It is in a big reservoir. It's super liquid plastic glue, right? Like, you guys see me use the plastic glue out of the Tamiya little green lid thing. It's basically like water. And it's in an open container because the way that you get it out of the container is through a needle. Like, it's like a tiny nozzle, but it's like needle thin. And that thing clogs, and you have to take a lighter to it to unclog it. So now this poor nooblet is using the worst receptacle ever. It doesn't have a brush. It has a teeny tiny little nozzle needle that you poke into areas to try to get the glue out. Awful. Now this poor little noob is going to be stuck with it. Doesn't know any better. If I wasn't in the Games Workshop store, I would have told him. I would have pulled him aside and said, listen, you know, there's nothing technically wrong with the Games Workshop stuff, but you will get more mileage and a better experience and a cheaper product out of Tamiya Extra Thin. You can get it at a lot of places. There's a hobby store fucking 15 minutes away, tops, maybe less, that you can drive to and get it. Probably 10 minutes, honestly. There was one. There's another one that I go to. So yeah, they're gonna be stuck with that piece of shit now. So, yeah. I used it once, because when I was a noob, I didn't have anyone to tell me what to get either, besides the Games Workshop employees. And holy moly, was it bad. That was my only shot. What, to save the noob? They'll learn, just like I did. After the third time of having to take a lighter to my Games Workshop glue needle to get it to deposit glue, I will go on Google and say, hey, is this normal? What am I supposed to do? And then everyone in the thread say, that stuff is trash, buy the Tamiya. So they'll learn, but it'll be annoying. I don't know how I feel about these little mites. We'll see once they're assembled, once they're all painted, how I feel about them. They're very interesting seeming. I also have technically 8 different heads for Tyrannid Brood Brothers. They came with little human heads that have been Genestealerified. So if I ever wanted to make some random guardsmen into Brood Brothers just for flavor, and I could. We need to start adding the let suffix onto more words, freaklet and stuff. Yeah, maybe we do. But nooblet's been something I've been saying a long time. I don't think I've ever said it on stream before, but it's definitely something I've been saying a long time. Freaklet, nooblet, manlet. Yeah. Reeslet? I don't know about that one. It implies that there are more Reeses. And there can't be more than one goat. I'd call myself a linklet. That's kind of fun. Piglet, bracelet. Yep. Jaredlet. Nope. That guy's a fucking freak. Are we still allowed to call people freaks? I think so. I think so. And if we're not, I think we should walk that back. Oh, there was a kind of discussion I was seeing on Twitter, and calling something on Twitter a discussion is like calling a Honda Civic a Porsche, but we keep going. It was a discussion about Hunter Schafer and how it had seemed some straight men were discussing her and how they found her really pretty, but it seemed like they would only be with her if it was like a secret, right? The NDA, yes. And I was thinking about it, and it seems like, you know, some trans women were weighing in, and it's like, this is why I'm uncomfortable being with men. And I hadn't really thought about it before. Like, I guess trans women, at least some of them, are, you know, they're attracted to men, right? That's kind of got to be hard. Right? You had to look up who that was? Am I really that chronically online? Like, surely not. Hunter Schafer is moderately famous. Hideo Kojima talks about her. Okay, and here's my hot take on that issue, okay? We're gonna be brave. I'm always brave, but we're gonna be brave. Here we go. I think it is perfectly fine for men to not want to be with a trans woman. They just have to express it better. But the sentiment I was seeing is that it was very like men shouldn't have this opinion. Is Hunter Schafer trans? Yes. Very, I think, publicly so. I don't know. Sometimes I just get really tired of the anti-man thing on Twitter. It seems like men just get the piss taken out of them all the time, and it's not doing anyone any favors because it's only going to create more men of the type that these people don't like. But sometimes I feel like, you know, they expressed it kind of bad, but like it's perfectly reasonable for them to be not comfortable being with a trans woman, right? Like, it's a perfectly fine thing to think as a man. The NDA thing definitely is a bad way. They expressed it poorly, but like the stance itself is fine. But I was seeing a lot of discussion like not wanting to be with a trans woman is like a red flag on all men. Genital preference? I mean, yeah, but it's true. I think, as strange as a thing as that seems. Man, I really don't want to cover these up with peanut butter, but I'm gonna have to. And I guess I'll do it now. But yeah, it was interesting. Like, saying that preference, though, is a red flag is basically the same thing as saying being straight is a red flag. Well, that's the thing. It seems like a lot of them are rightfully pushed back against, I guess, trans persecution and bigotry, but then we'll turn it around on the straight people. And while I'm not saying straight people are completely, innocent and, like, untouchable, it seems like if you push back at bigotry with bigotry, you only create more bigotry, and that isn't gonna go well for you because you're always gonna be outnumbered by the straight people. Does that make sense? So it seemed weird to me that people were like, they were using that tweet as a way to be anti-man and especially anti-straight man, and it's taking that stance, while understandable, is only going to create more of those men that you don't like. Does that make sense? I don't know. Because even me, as someone who I would say is generally, hashtag woke, sometimes I get like, damn, why are men always getting the piss taken out of us? Like, obviously, like, I see many women and trans people and even in like gay men have had tons of bad experiences with cis men, right? But cis het men, I should add. But then I see, tweets about like, man, if I could put every straight man on an island, I would, and then I would blow that shit up. I mean, you're allowed to say that, but also it's like, you're also one of the reasons why straight men don't like LGBTQ people if you say stuff like that. Does that make sense? I don't know. If you return hatred with hatred, you're always going to be hated, I guess is my point. So it just seems whack to me. Because, like, dang, bro, what did I ever do to you? I'm pretty woke. I'm not, like, the most outspoken ally, but, like, I'd like to think most people would know I'm one when asked. If in a vacuum you asked, is your streamer Reeser Rat an ally? I would like to think the average Reese viewer would say yes, So sometimes it feels like, dang, they really got it out for us straight people. And like, I get why a lot of people would, but like, what do I do? Yes, but he hates women. I mean, come on. Hating gay people is like unconscionable, like that's like makes no sense. But hating women, like, come on. That's a gimme. Nobody likes them. I think the misogyny bit really works because like 80% of my viewers are women, so we all get to have a laugh. I think that's why it works. If I had like an 80% male audience, it wouldn't work. But I think because specifically I have a ton of women in my viewer base, it works and it's funny. I'm not necessarily why that's how that works, because it's not like you guys banded together and gave me the pass, but I think that's literally why I'm able to do it and have everyone understand that it's a joke. Guys, we're almost out of peanut butter. Over time, it slowly dries up, and the less there is in the pot, the quicker it dries. I need to buy another one pretty soon. Fuck my peanut butter life, I know. But we are, it's slowing down. I have to dip my brush in there far more than I used to have to. We have used a lot of peanut butter, though. If you really look at all the models I've used this jar on, it's a lot. Borrow some from Babish? True. I was watching Babish rank olive oils. That was kind of crazy. My man had to drink so much olive oil, like, straight from the bottle, like a fucking freak. I'm not going to be that guy who says olive oil tastes good. I'm Greek Italian. I love olive oil. But it would have to be, you know, a really strange occasion for me to drink straight I just banged my desk really hard, scooching my chair, to want to drink olive oil. Oh, some of my water spilled. My chair was stuck on a cable and I had to scooch extra to get it off. Now we gotta clean up on aisle Reeser. Why is my life so hard? Fuck. Fuck, man. It's okay, it's just water. Man bangs on stream? Yeah. Wouldn't be the first time. Must be hard being white. You guys have no fucking idea. Okay, but circling back to men being hated on, sometimes it also feels like, and again, white people deserve hate, but like me personally, as a white person, I've never done anything that was my choice that was racist. Like, yes, I have, by my very existence, I have contributed to racism in ways I couldn't even comprehend, and systems that have put down people of color and minorities. But like, I've never gone out of my way specifically to target minorities. And it's like, but I get lumped in with all the white people that get shit on. And it's like, and I'm sure there are tons of people who are less mentally stable than I am, who that kind of behavior would push them over the edge towards, I guess, bigotry and extremism. And I think that really, especially by the youth on Twitter, like, let's say, like, the college people, and even worse, like, the 17-year-old, like, minorities on Twitter, who definitely do more harm for their specific groups than good by being hateful. I'm not saying that white people shouldn't be hated or that shouldn't be critiqued, but I think sometimes it's like, dang, you guys need to relax, or else you're only going to perpetuate the feelings that you're trying to rally against. And I think that we're starting to lose the plot sometimes, because I'm seeing that as really common. Hating on the majority is really common these days, and I think it is going to go badly eventually. There's probably a very silent wellspring of, I guess, the next generation of extremists who are being radicalized silently by groups, very outspoken groups like that. You know, there's the kind of, you know, people talk about civil rights probably, you know, wouldn't have been gained without the Black Panthers. And I'm no civil rights expert, and that statement is probably technically true. But however, to this day, you'll hear white people talk about how the Black Panthers were an extremist group and were unconscionable. And so, like, you have to remember that, like, we don't want that group, especially for, like, LGBT minorities. We don't want that to be the norm. Not that it doesn't have a place or that it should never exist, just that we want to be careful that the normal LGBTQ, the average LGBTQ person, is a voice of reason. Does that make sense? We just want to be careful, I guess. Because as a white man, I get to swim in circles that a lot of people of minority groups aren't able to comfortably. And it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Hello, Miosk. I'm picking up all the paints I knocked over on my desk when I accidentally bumped into it a minute ago. and it was really making me sad to see them all knocked over like dominoes. So I am picking them up. Like, trust me, I'm one of the first people who makes a white people joke. Like, I'm not saying that you should ever criticize or make fun of white people or whatever. Just that we have to be careful when, where, and how. Because if you do it in the wrong way at the wrong time, you end up breeding bad sentiment. Which will then only perpetuate the bad feelings. I don't know. It sounds really obvious, I think, to me and to probably a lot of you guys, but I think to a lot of other people, it's not obvious. I don't know. Throughout history, rebellion has been a pendulum for change. Yeah, but it's a lot easier when you actually have, I guess... It's gotten harder as time has gotten on, I guess. How do you rebel against something like white supremacy in 2024? Like, and let's say, like, violently rebel, right? It's just not gonna happen. At least I don't think so. Not anytime soon. I'm gonna wash all this peanut butter off my hands, though. I'll be back in just a second. I guess what I'm trying to say is, even, 60 years later, 70 years later, the civil rights movement is still known and still taught in schools for its peaceful protests. And whether or not that's actually accurate is kind of irrelevant. But you have to... I don't know, it's interesting. Yes, brother.
Hello.
I'm live, if you didn't notice.
See that?
What's going on?
There's some dinner plans stirring.
I was gonna say, I'm kind of hungry. What's going on? What's the move, bruh? What's the move?
I want sushi.
You want sushi? Yeah, I guess you didn't get to have sushi with us the other day.
Yeah, I'm feeling sushi.
I'd go have sushi. I'm just about done here. I'm just peanut buttering these bases.
You talking about civil rights?
Yeah, I'm talking about civil rights. We talk about interesting things on my stream sometimes. We're
Thought-provoking.
kind of a cerebral bunch, you know?
That's nice. Putting peanut butter on that?
Yeah, putting peanut butter on these tiny bases for these little termites.
Oh god, Tanner's here.
Tanner's always here. You know when Tanner's here, we gotta talk about civil rights, because he's the most racist man alive.
Don't say that. Someone is new here.
No, see, but that's the thing. I constantly make jokes about how I fucking hate women, and I'm like, dang, one of these days, it's gonna get taken out of context, and people are actually gonna believe it.
Yeah, it's gotta be bad.
I'm gonna get canceled. But honestly, fuck women, though. Who fucking likes those?
Dude, you're gonna get canceled.
Don't care. Cancel me.
That's it. That's the one.
That's the one? Don't care. I'm a white man. Just try canceling
What
me.
are you doing?
That's why it's funny, man.
Dude, this guy scares me.
Just try fucking canceling me. Good luck. My dad is Donald Trump. I'm his short brunette bastard.
That's beautiful.
I know.
I want sushi.
We can go. I'll be done here pretty soon.
I want sushi and beer.
I want a beer. Hey man, you got asahi here? Got some Sapporo? Want a beer?
I want a beer.
We're all just a bunch of pygmies. Oh, that's the other thing I've seen really bizarre that's on Twitter. The amount of wives and girlfriends who upload TikToks like me on the way to the voting booth to cancel out my boyfriend/husband's vote. What? Why is he your husband if you disagree with him strong enough politically that you guys are making different votes? Boyfriend, sure. I mean, maybe you guys are working.
The excursion has ended. It's get delivery.
The excursion's ended?
Excursion has ended.
Wait, what happened?
Excursion has ended.
You can't come in here and tell me there's an excursion brewing
I
and then
said-
tell me that it's
I said
not happening.
might,
That's
bitch.
actually awful.
I
I'm
said-
so sad right
I
now.
said might, bitch.
What happened?
Well, there's a giant excursion tomorrow, so just fucking.
There's a big excursion tomorrow? Yeah, but sushi. The excursion tomorrow isn't sushi.
It's sushi.
Get sushi? I'm not ordering food. That costs $70. Not doing it.
And I have nothing for you. Good luck.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I hate Landon for that, because I know it was his fault that the excursion's dead. He said, sorry man, tired. Or sorry man, already going to eat. That's his fault. Fucking hate that bitch. That bitch landed. Almost as much as I hate women. Why is it his fault? Because the excursions are text Landon, hey man, let's go get dinner. And then he says no. And then Connor goes, well, if he's not going, there's no point. And then we don't. Sorry man, I can't eat sushi after the squidcident. No, we had sushi the other day. Last week. Connor wasn't there though, so I understand why he wants sushi. He wasn't there. I have to go wash all the peanut butter off my hands again because I washed it off and then came in here and did more. Uh-oh, he's back.
The excursion is.
It's back on?
It's back on.
Oh, fuck's sake,
We have to
man.
go now.
Okay,
We have to go
okay,
now!
okay. Okay. Give me a minute.
Like literally now?
No.
What if I just dumped purple paint all over these fucking things?
That would be very unfortunate. But also, they're not primed, so it wouldn't do too much.
Oh, my hands are fucking covered in peanut butter. Look at this shit.
Tanner, shut the fuck up, bitch. Tanner, look what I got.
Reese, would I get ink? Nah, I don't have anything I care enough about to get tattooed. I don't really like tattoos much on myself.
Tanner, which one, bro?
Which one, bro?
Which one, Tanner? I know which one's better. Pick the better one. Which one's better, Reese?
That one.
It's this.
Yeah.
This is
Twix,
way better.
Twix.
This is so much better.
Tanner knows too.
It's
Yeah.
so much better.
Yeah. Kit Kats are fine, but Twix are far
It's not
superior.
even, dude. The chocolate on Twix is just better.
Tanner based again? Now hold on.
I
I just said 3 minutes ago that Tanner is the most racist man alive.
I do like Kit Kat. We gotta go.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go raid now. Okay, guys. Well, we assembled our 6 Genestealers and 4 Teramites, and we peanut buttered their bases. So when I'm back from the excursion, I will probably prime them, and then maybe next stream we'll paint them. I know I said last time next stream we'll paint them, and then I started this stream going, "Hey guys, look, I already painted him." But this time for real.
Oh, it's so much
So,
better.
Oh! I bumped my mic. Oops. Okay, guys. Let's find a raid, and then I'm leaving.
Oh my god, it's so much better. Oh.
Stop, relax. Such a little freak. Okay. Go see Big Ham. Go see Big Ham, everybody. Goodbye. Going to this screen. Goodbye, everyone. Go see Big Ham.